This presentation is a quick start on using the product feature OPC Trend.net, which is commonly used for real-time and historical trending. In this quick start video, I'm going to show you how to use the OPC Trend Control in a Visual Studio application. You can use Visual Studio 2005, 2008, 2010. It can also be incorporated into a WPF application, and we have example source on how to do that. Under the program group opcsystems.net, there's WPF source examples. First, let's open up Microsoft Visual Studio. And we'll select File, New, Project. We'll select a WinForm application. You'll want to set your target framework in Visual Studio 2010. If you plan to deploy it to XP systems, I'd recommend the 2.0 interface. If it's going on to Vista, you can go to 3.5. You can also target 4.0 if the operating system has the .NET Framework 4.0 on it. Select OK. The first thing we'll do, we'll add the trend control onto the toolbox. If you have not done this already, you'll right-click on the toolbox and select Choose Items, and then select the OPC Trend control. With Visual Studio 2010, we need to set the target framework to the full framework, not just the client profile. That's very easy to do. We have a specific video for this called our Visual Studio 2010 Target Framework. What we'll do is we'll go to the Project Properties, select Compile and Advanced Compile Options, and here, instead of using the .NET Framework client profile, we'll use the full framework. And we select OK. Now when we bring up the form, we see that we have both the alarm control, gauge control, and the trend controls added into the toolbox. We'll select the trend control, hold the left mouse key down, and drag it into the form. Under the properties, one of the things we can do is we can anchor it so that it stretches when we change the size of the form, or we can even dock it to fill the form. Next, we'll go to the property called Chart Rates. This is going to be the default time frame for the real-time trending. We'll shorten that up to just 1 minute. We'll use the Pens property to define which of the tags we want to display in the trend. If you plan to deploy your application on a remote PC, definitely include the network node name, IP address, or registered domain name here, and that will include that in the pen selection. In this demonstration, I'm just going to select the local service to trend the values from the local OPC system service. Let's select the ramp tag in our demo configuration. If you do not see the tags that you want to trend in this list, you would need to enable the trend point option under Configure Tags. I'm going to show you where that property is real quick using the Configure OPC Systems application. I'll select Configure Tags, select the local service. For any of the tags that you want to trend, you would have the property to the right called Trend Point. That needs to be enabled in order to provide real-time trending for this item. Once you have the point selected, you can either right-click on it to select Add Trend Point or click the Add Pen button. Let's add a few more points to the trend window. You notice that it brings across the description and engineering units from the tag configuration. We can change the line border color if we'd like. Let's change the random to a different color. And we'll change the sign also to a different color. There are many different scaling options that you can use. The default is it's going to use what is called % of pen ranges under the y-axis property. That means each individual pen will have its own individual range. You can have multiple y-axes as well. You can even use a point on the x-axis instead of being time. It can be a different tag as well. We have more detailed videos on all of these properties of the trend control. Let's just set a few more properties of the trend control to improve the look of it. Under Views, I'll use the lighting property to a metallic luster, and under the Walls property, I'll change the back wall color to black. Now we're ready to test the application in debug mode. And there we have the values being trended in the trend control. It is scalable, so we can make it as large or as small as we like. And you can use the different features within the trend control. We could rotate it. We can use the zoom feature. And use historical replay if we've set up data logging. If you have any other questions about opctrend.net, we have more detailed videos that you can view online at our website at opcsystems.com under our training page. If you'd like a live demonstration on this product feature or any other opcsystems.net product feature, select Contact Us, and there you'll find our contact information and a link to request a free product demonstration.